Here I am again, and I just wanted to talk about one of my personal experiences that I've had on in my clan. Um, I don't know who's gonna fin- who's gonna who this video is even going to reach. I don't know who wants to make a deal out of it, but personally for me, it was when I came home from Jamaica. One of my more memorable clan moments was when me and my female branch clan leader. Many people don't. In many new Lady Mafias don't know this. More of the old ones know about me having an issue with one of our female leaders in the Lady Mafia. And I just kind of sat down tonight and I was thinking about it, because I'm a branch leader myself now, and it allows me to just look into perspective and look at just or try to be in her shoes and look down on certain things. Now, personally, I look at it back and I still think that at the end of the day, I might, have overreacted. I have an ability, an amazing, amazing ability that allows me to overreact situations and easily make something so simple drastic. I can be very melodramatic when I want to be. I have an inner gay man in me. Shh. All jokes aside, I think about it now as a clan leader, and I think about how I would have treated the situation. Um, the situation, I'm not going to get too detailed on it. I'm going to just simply say that the leader's spouse, I'll just say spouse, boyfriend, said something to me, or said something to me through a text message or an Xbox Live message, and I just completely went off the charts. I was so enraged I didn't even realize who the hell the person was at one point. So I think about if somebody did that to me, if one of my Lady Mafians did that to me, if somebody I dated had Xbox Live and said something to one of my Lady Mafians and continued to harass them unnecessarily, what I would have done about the situation myself. I think about it. She deleted me, she ignored me, she blocked me, whatever. She did. She brought me back on her friends list and deleted me again. And trust me, it got ridiculous after a while. I think I don't even know. I can. You can never really say what you're going to do until you yourself are put in that situation. And so I'm going to hypothetically think that if I were to be put in a situation where one of my Lady Mafians were got into it with somebody I knew in real life, at the end of the day, I'm going to look at the situation in a non-biased aspect. I'm going to say who instigated it, what was said, was the reaction necessary, and I'm going to see things, and I'm going to make sure one that I separate my personal life from my gaming life for the most part, because honestly, I never want to get into it with one of my Lady Mafians, because I love those girls too much to sit there and fuss and fight with them over anything like that, something petty like that. And the second, me, I'm a kind of person who I was born and raised in a Jamaican household, so I have certain moral standards, values, and what I don't, and I refuse to deal with is a disrespectful man or a disrespectful any disrespect in general. Because if I give you respect, I expect that in return, and if I disrespect you, I can expect a curse out, right? Right, ladies? Right, guys? If I disrespect you, you're gonna let me hear it. That's why I try to stay as respectful as possible, because I don't want to get into it all the time with people. Unless, I'm just in one of those really bitter, bitter moods, which happens very rarely. Um, I just think I would never just abandon my Lady Mafians. I couldn't imagine not talking to my Lady Mafians, not dealing with them. That would like not many things. I'll tell you right now, a lot of shit has happened to me, and nothing has really made me stay up at night and not sleep. But to know that one of my Lady Mafians is upset with me or in terms of letting somebody just walk in and walk all over them, I could just never let that happen. I could never sleep at night knowing that wasn't resolved. And I couldn't sit there and ignore my Lady Mafian, and I couldn't certainly ignore, a clan member, or one of my clan members, somebody who looks up to me, and say, oh well, I'm not talking to this person. I'm going to only deal with these certain amount of people and this. I can't. For me, in my heart, I can't show bias. I'm as much as I can be heartless and cold and cruel, especially when I play Modern Warfare 2. I admit that my comments have not been the kindest when I'm dying repeatedly. I just could not see myself just being so inhumane to one of my own Lady Mafians that I recruited, that I brought in, that I talked to, that I communicate with on, Facebook or wherever. I couldn't do that to one of my clan members. And I look at it from a leadership position as well, in terms of just what kind of clan leader are you if you let your personal life destroy what you're attempting to build in terms of female clan members, or just clan members in general? What kind of person are you if you're so spineless as to fight with your Lady Mafian because your boyfriend said something disrespectful twice to her and she's retaliating to defend herself? And then on top of that, to suggest and to infer and to almost demand that your Lady Mafian accept abuse, accept verbal abuse on behalf of your, on behalf of you, on behalf of your being, is even more ridiculous in my mind. And I could never imagine, one, taking abuse from a man. That's one. And secondly, demanding and inferring that my subordinates should take abuse too. And I don't even consider them subordinates, but it's just, a word, But to suggest that my Lady Mafians are going to have to take my abuse, to take the abuse that I'm dealing with in personal life, and they have to live with that, I couldn't personally do that. I could never do that to my Lady Mafians. I couldn't even do that to my enemy. Like, if I'm going through something, then that's on me. That's me. That's no one else. That's no one else's business. Whether or not, honestly, I just think it's no one else's business, and no one else should have to suffer if I'm suffering. That's what it is to be a leader. You have to take on your own burden, and maybe sometimes you'll have to take on your clan members' burden. They'll come to you with their stories and their pains and their problems, and you're going to have to try to help them deal with it. This is a part of it. Everybody wants to be the leader. Everybody wants to be, hey, look at me, I'm the best. But you have to take on the responsibility of being the best. You have to take on the responsibility of leading, not following. And hence why I never wanted to be a leader in the first place, because honestly, I felt I couldn't take on someone else's burden on top of mine, and I just felt like that wasn't me, and I wasn't called for that. But Lucky suggested that I just lead this branch, and that's what I did. And I think I've matured over the last couple of weeks. I think I'm able to handle a situation if anything were to happen. And I think at the end of the day, I can be from, if I took a perspective and a look and a comparison from what I was when I joined 360 Mafia to what I am now, I think that now I would be able to lead a clan, and I would be able to take care of my own and to take care of my clan members and whatnot. But like I say, clan leading is not an easy thing. Everybody thinks it's easy. Everybody thinks it's some people can recruit and can't play. Some people can play and get people to play together and can't recruit. There's very few who can do both, to get your clan to play and to recruit new players and whatnot. Honestly, like I said, I just don't believe I would personally ever suggest, infer, or just, tell people that they have to take the abuse that I'm dealing with in real life, and why can't you just take the abuse and deal with it? And listen, my parents didn't raise no fool. My mother didn't raise some woman who takes beating from men and thinks that everybody else should take it. Alright? I may have not gone to college for more than a semester, but I'm not an idiot. Alright? And I would not ever put my clan members in that kind of situation where they would have to take any kind of abuse based on, me not doing what I'm supposed to do as an adult and as a female and as a clan leader. So that's just my personal view. I hope that you guys can maybe give me some feedback. I don't know, how do you feel on it? Do you feel that maybe your clan, are you willing to take abuse, verbal abuse from a clan member, your clan leader's loved one, because is what your clan leader wants, and she doesn't, want to deal with the abuse by herself, or whatever ridiculous thought behind it is. How do you feel about it? You tell me how you feel about it, because honestly, I could never do that to my clan. I would never do that to my clan leader. I would never do that to my fellow clan members. I would never do that to my Lady Mafians, and I think that by far is one of the foulest things that has ever been offered on the table to me as a Lady Mafian a year ago or so, or maybe 2 years ago. I don't even remember. The time slips me, but I just couldn't imagine doing that to another human being. So that's just my personal beliefs on everything, and I just don't see myself as one of those people. And that's just one of those topics I wanted to talk about. I wanted to kind of get off my chest because it was something that has been kind of, it's not eating me inside, but it was, at one point nearly destroying me in terms of just mentally thinking about, is this even sensible? I was sitting here looking at myself like, am I hearing this right? Is she suggesting that I take abuse for her? So I just want your opinion on it. You don't even have to be a clan member or even a part of a clan. Just, would you take abuse from your best friend's boyfriend just because she wants you to take the abuse so she can live whatever life she's living? Just a thought. Just, run it back to me. You tell me what you think. And this is just one of those topics I just had to get off my chest. I had to let you know. So you tell me, and maybe we can just get a bigger discussion on this, and we'll see what happens, alright? So I will talk to all of you later. You enjoy yourselves, and have a good Wednesday. What can I tell you? It's a Wednesday morning at 1:33. I need to put my glasses on because I can barely see. Who knew? I'm a poet and didn't even know it. I can rap now. Yay. Thank you, and feedback would be well appreciated. It could be in my Facebook inbox. It can be on my YouTube inbox, my Xbox Live account. It doesn't matter. I would like your opinions on this because, honestly, it was the first time I ever dealt with it. I think it was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever dealt with, and I just want your opinion on it. So, even if you gave me your opinion before, let's hear it again, So that's just really it. And I will hopefully see all of you at a later date, maybe with something a little less controversial. So I definitely want to say goodbye and have a good evening or morning or whatever.